In the quiet countryside of the 18th century, surrounded by rolling green fields and small wooden cottages, there was a peaceful little village where life moved slowly and simply. The villagers woke with the sunrise and worked until the golden light of evening faded behind the hills. Among them lived a gentle and hardworking girl named Anna. Anna was known throughout the village for her kindness and her soft smile. She lived in a small cottage with her widowed mother. Life was not easy for them. They owned very little, but Anna never complained. Every morning before the sun had fully risen, Anna would walk down the narrow dirt path to the river with a wooden bucket in her hands. The cool morning air brushed gently against her face as birds sang from the tall oak trees. She filled the bucket with fresh water and carried it back home, helping her mother prepare for another long day. Not far from Anna's cottage, on the edge of the village fields, lived a young farmer named Daniel. Daniel was strong, honest, and hardworking. He spent most of his days tending to his wheat fields and caring for his horses. But what made Daniel truly special was his kindness. Whenever an old villager needed help fixing a fence, or a struggling family needed food during a harsh season, Daniel was always the first to lend a hand. Because of this, the villagers respected him greatly. One bright spring morning, fate quietly brought Anna and Daniel together. Anna was walking along the forest path carrying a bucket of water. The ground had become wet and slippery after the night's rain. Suddenly, her foot slipped. The wooden bucket fell from her hands, rolling down the path as water spilled across the dirt road. Anna sighed softly, bending down to pick it up. But before she could reach it, someone else lifted the bucket from the ground. It was Daniel. He smiled warmly and handed the bucket back to her. "Are you all right?" he asked gently. Anna nodded, slightly shy. "Yes, thank you." For a brief moment, their eyes met. It was a small moment, but sometimes the smallest moments can change everything. From that day on, Anna and Daniel began to notice each other more often around the village. Sometimes they passed each other on the path to the fields. Sometimes they met near the village well. And slowly, what started as simple greetings turned into small conversations. Daniel admired Anna's gentle heart and her quiet strength. Anna admired Daniel's kindness and the way he cared for everyone around him. As the seasons passed, their friendship grew deeper. In the evenings, when the work of the day was done, they often walked along the countryside paths. They spoke about their dreams. Anna dreamed of a peaceful life, a warm home, and a small garden filled with flowers. Daniel dreamed of building a larger farm one day, a place where he could grow enough food to help many families in the village. But life, as it often does, soon brought challenges. That year, the harvest was poor. The weather had been harsh, and many crops failed to grow. Food became scarce in the village. Families began to worry about the coming winter. Anna and her mother struggled more than most. Their small garden had produced very little, and they had almost no savings. One cold evening, Daniel visited their cottage carrying a heavy sack of grain. Anna looked surprised. "You shouldn't give this to us," she said softly. "You need it for your own farm." Daniel shook his head. "No one in this village should go hungry," he replied. Anna felt deeply touched by his generosity. From that moment, her feelings for Daniel became even stronger. Weeks passed, and slowly the difficult season began to fade. The next harvest promised to be better. One evening, as the golden sun was setting behind the hills, Daniel asked Anna to walk with him to the large oak tree that stood at the edge of the fields. It was a quiet place where the wind gently moved through the tall grass. They sat together beneath the branches of the old tree. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then Daniel took a deep breath. "Anna," he said softly, "these past months, the time we've spent together, it has meant more to me than I can explain." Anna listened quietly, her heart beating faster. Daniel continued. "I've realized that the life I dream of, the home I wish to build, it wouldn't be complete without you." He looked at her with sincere eyes. "Anna, would you stay by my side and share that life with me?" For a moment, the world seemed to stand still. Anna felt tears of happiness in her eyes. She smiled gently. "Yes, Daniel, I would." The news of their engagement spread quickly through the village. The villagers were overjoyed. Everyone knew that two kind hearts like Anna and Daniel truly belonged together. A few months later, under a bright summer sky, the entire village gathered to celebrate their wedding. Flowers decorated the small wooden chapel. Children laughed and ran through the fields. Music filled the warm afternoon air. Anna wore a simple white dress, and Daniel stood proudly beside her. It was not a grand celebration, but it was filled with something far more precious: love. In the years that followed, Anna and Daniel built a beautiful life together. Their farm grew strong, and their home became a place where neighbors were always welcome. They never forgot the hardships they once faced. And, because of that, they always helped those in need. The villagers often said that kindness was the true wealth of their village. And in the heart of that village lived two people who proved it every single day: the gentle village girl and the kind farmer. And together, they lived a life filled with love, hope,